Forgetting who you are is definitely part of your journey. Look, I didn't know who I was until probably last year after forgetting that for many, many, many years. Look, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I told my mom, like, Mom, I have to be in the TV. Like, I have to be in television. And she put me out there in television, and I went to many castings, many things. I started doing modeling. I started doing commercials. My face was quite famous. I was a TV presenter, and then afterwards, like, I kept doing this all my life. I had my first job, not necessarily doing modeling, but like I had my first job as a collector. Meanwhile, I kept doing commercials, and then I studied PR, I studied communication, public speaking, mass communication, and then like I started working, and then I moved to Qatar, and I kind of like, from the moment I started working up until last year, I experienced a lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss, a lot of grief, a lot of betrayal. So all of these things in combination with some type of like, not specifically poverty, like I always had something to eat and I always had where to live, but I knew like my life wasn't really going the way it was supposed to go. And I had this like footprint of my mind that like, I just was not meant to be successful. I wasn't beautiful. I didn't know who I was. And I just kind of like forgot all of my talents until like last year, I fasted half Ramadan, and I started talking to God after many years of forgetting about God. Like I was in a really, really bad stage of my life, and I asked God for guidance. I was like, God, please help me, like remember me. What am I supposed to do? Who am I? Because, you know, I was always the type of person who would always kind of like dream and have dreams and aspirations. But at some point in my journey, if I would see ahead, I would literally see nothing, like nothing would make me excited, nothing would make me happy, nothing. And when I start praying to God for these, it literally like things slowly, super slow, but surely it started revealing to me what I was supposed to do, who I was, which has always been like talking to people, being in front of the camera, having this amazing like personality, confident person who I have always been since I was young. And you know, look, losing yourself, it is part of your journey. You don't always have to be successful. You don't always have to be the dream version of yourself. Like sometimes your path, it is to be lost until you are able to find yourself. And you don't have to be this perfect version of yourself at the age of 25 because your friend knows who she is, because your other friend got married, because your other friend is successful, because your other friend is a millionaire, because you are not them. Like you guys did not have the same life. People, they don't really have the same journey. They don't have the same opportunities, and they are not meant to do the same thing. So stop comparing yourself with other people and understand that your journey, it's really unique, and you need to ask God for guidance. God, please tell me, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I don't know. I'm lost. Please help me. Why do you think God is not willing to help you? Even if you sin, even if you've been away from God for a really long time, the moment you turn to Him and you're like, God, like, I'm sorry, I've been away from you for such a long time, but please help me get back on track. He will help you. God is not there, like, I feel like a lot of people paint God as this figure who's just there judging you for not following Him. Like, this is not what He's doing. He's not here to punish you. He is here to help you because He created you. This is how I like to see God. He is not there pointing at me like, why are you doing this? Like, no. Yes, I know He expects me to act right. But at the same time, He knows I am a person full of flaws. Like, it's normal. I'm human. So it's never too late. And you know, I'm gonna tell you something that really helped me succeed and be in a much better place. So when I went to college, I did not have money to pay for college, nor my family. My mom, she divorced, and she's been a single mom basically all of my life. So we didn't really have money to pay for my college. So we had to take a loan. Like I had to take a loan when I was younger in order for me to be able to pay for my college. Anyway, I got the loan, and you know, up until like 1.5 years ago, anytime I pay for this loan monthly, I get so upset. I was like, oh, I really don't want to pay for this loan. I hate it. I hate owning this money. I wish I had it from the beginning. whatever. Later on, when I start finding myself and I start learning about the power of the mind and reading and just educating myself in the way that I am supposed to think and act, I start saying like, you know what if I just start, like, even if I'm lying to myself in the beginning, loving this debt. Like, let me just love this loan. And every time I would pay for the loan, I would say like, thank God I'm paying this loan. Thanks to God because I have the money to pay for this. And I actually love paying for this loan. I love this debt. I love it. I love it. I love being able to pay for something that helped me reach my goals, that educated me, that make me better. Not only now, like 1.5 years later, that I'm thinking like this, I really don't see myself even paying this. Like, I still pay for it, but it just doesn't, I don't know, it's just not visible to me. I just pay it and I forget about it. But I was able to find so much enjoyment when it comes to my career. I went back to my roots. I went back to so much knowledge. Even sometimes now I open my college projects and I read what I wrote and I educate myself. So the moment I start loving that debt and that loan, like, it's like all of my knowledge and my experience came back into my field, which is communication. I'm a public figure. This is what I do now for a living. But because I start loving paying for that, which before I used to hate. And I used to think like, I'm not good at anything, but I literally spent 5 years in college studying massive communication, marketing, and PR. So do you understand how life, like, when you love something, it will love you back. When you hate something, it will hate you back. So the point of this video, and by the way, this is one of my introductory videos on YouTube, because I feel like I have so many interesting things to share about, but sometimes I think like nobody will care about this. But at the same time, I'm like, why would people not care about this? This is just me reflecting insecurities about myself. So I'm just gonna put my video out there, and I know it will help a lot of people to understand, like, if you are lost, it's normal. If you don't know who you are, it's normal. Ask for guidance. You can always find yourself again. You can always learn a new hobby, learn something new. Understand, like, you really just have now. Like, you really only have this moment. So you really have to make it count. You will not wake up one day being a different person. You have to start thinking now the way that you want to be in the future. Your future version doesn't come knocking on your door and she's not like, hey, I'm here. Are you ready to be me? No, excuse me. If you think about life, you literally only live one day. That's it. So each day you have to become more like the person that you want to be, not only with your actions, but only with your thoughts. Like, you have to think like that version of yourself that you want to achieve and that you know you can achieve. In the beginning, you will not believe yourself. You will not be like, but I'm not a millionaire. How can I think like a millionaire? I'm not. It doesn't matter. You have to first believe it in order to receive it. And as cliche as it sounds, it is true what I'm saying. I hope that my video will help at least one person to understand themselves better. And I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.